Hello, everyone, and welcome to the annual town hall. I'd like to share with you a story about an execution error file that we discovered about 4 years ago. Unknown to us, this error file would become the CDR product, right? This is a product, as you know, the headlines, right? It's a new product that's a market given us an edge and made us a market leader in this new financial instrument. But what I want to do is share with you how we got there. So allow me to paint a bit of a picture. So first of all, we discovered this error code, and as typical engineers, we started to investigate what caused it and why, and then how to code around it. Our job is to reduce the risk in our environment and investigate these issues. But the more we looked at this, the more we realized that we didn't understand what it was. We didn't have the capability to do it. We're a bunch of engineers with a hammer looking to hit it looking for a nail to hit. So this shifted the way that we had to think about things. For the first time, we had to step back and reach out to people who may know more than what we do, and approach things not from a technical risk, but from a product risk. So we engaged operations, risk, and other people who would understand the market much better than what we did. Those early meetings, they were quite chaotic though, right? We had too many ideas, conflicting opinions, uh, different egos involved, and ultimately people start to leave. It was it was an environment that taught me something, that our job wasn't to try and solve the issue, but to bring people together that could think differently and then discover some of the root causes behind these things. Again, we realized that the issue itself wasn't necessarily a technical issue, but was actually rather a complex problem, or what we call a wicked problem. From different angles, it presented differently. From the operations team, it presented one issue. From the client's team, from the process team, uh, these all presented a different view on what the issue was and what needs to solve it. So not one single person had enough to be able to solve the problem. So we realized again that I had to change my approach. I had to manage the issue better and probe more people for ideas. So I went back to the lesson I learned previously, more networking. We began by connecting with more people who saw the world through completely different lenses, people that we would never typically associate with in terms of solving a technical problem like this. We're talking strategists, we're talking client teams, we're talking product expertise. More senior people had to get brought on board to be able to connect with this issue to understand where we want to go, where we're going to go through. So what we did is we ended up pulling them together in what we call a community, a large team of unlikely collaborators with completely different perspectives and goals in mind. Now, to make that work, I also had to learn that we had to create a safe environment for them, what we call a sandpit. So we ring fence the ideas that allowed people to come up with ideas, could test assumptions, come up with different perspectives on things without fear of being ridiculed, and allowing them to think more boldly. Right? This is a safe space. In that, patterns slowly began to emerge, not from just one person, but from an interaction with a bunch of people to come up with different perspectives on things. And that's where we start to realize it wasn't a technical issue that's needed to be solved, but it was a gap in the market. Under these circumstances, trades wouldn't go through because there was no one trading in that area. We stumbled on a new product. So that was the moment that sort of taught me about adaptive leadership. My job wasn't to have all the answers, wasn't to be the smartest technical person in the room or be associated with the smartest technical people, but to create an environment to bring people together where the answers could appear. So looking back now, that error in the code wasn't a catalyst, but how I responded was. And this is something that I hope I can pass on here. So as I went through this process, I learned to evolve in a leader. Uh, and in doing so, I had to learn how to change my mindset from problem solving to embracing different perspectives. I had to build high quality connections, identify the people that were needed with different views on things and different agendas, and even conflicting agendas. We had to embrace diversity, foster innovation in an environment that they felt safe, and we had to create an innovative environment where spaces ideas could be tested out and ideas could surface. So those are my experiences. But thank you very much for allowing me to share my story, and thank you.